All right, we're back at it with another Build Biology. This time, he's near and dear to our hearts. He's our favorite artist.
Spoiler alert, if you don't know what happened, watch this video after Friday afternoon. But otherwise, what's up, Dan?
Look at this guy. Shaved 40 years off.
I don't know, man. I've had my beard for 10 years, and last time I was clean shaven was 6 years ago. But it's already grown back, so we're good. Yeah, this is the 1955 Bel Air post car, known by Try 5x5. Kind of like my dream car, I'd say. I mean, I always wanted 55 after seeing American Graffiti, and then the black 55 pulls up next to Millionaire, and it's Han Solo. Ever since then, I wanted Han Solo's car. And I also like two-lane blacktop, which is also a, dude, everyone loves that movie. If you're in the car movies, no talking, just car. It used to be just a cruiser, go hang out, go do power tours and stuff in. Decided, hey, let's try and make it to more of like a proper street strip car that seems to be leaning more towards the strip life now than anything else.
This is a test of the emergency advertisement system.
What's up, jabronis? When we launched the Hoonigan Project Cars channel, we said there was going to be more builds. So I'm bringing you 1, 2, 3. The unprofessionals are coming back, and sometimes it's not that unprofessional. We basically ripped all of the junk out.
Oh, you gotta put the weight on it.
Mochi, let's talk about this. Right on the money. Subscribe to the Hoonigan Project Cars channel. New Unprofessionals Garage is coming out this Saturday morning. And then later you'll see this jabroni in this Cybon Carbon poop mobile doing.
Called a poop mobile?
As we've seen for, dedicated track car now. You can walk us around the outside, show us what's different from when we first saw it.
Well, last time we saw it, we got our limited products glass front end on it to help shave some weight. Still got steel doors in it, still got real glass, got door glass in it. Back here in the quarter panel, we actually had a Golden Products. They made the radius kit, because on these cars, they actually just come up like this. So to clear the tires, we got a radius on it, which is really a conservative radius. Bad Daddy Brad went ahead and cut them out more so we could squeeze these 29, 10, 5 Ws.
Very exact with a Sharpie too.
So Hurt has Johnnies, Vinny's got boys. These are gents, AKA gentlemen, AKA gents. 15x4, 15x10, wrapped around with some Hoosiers on it. Thank you very much, Summit Racing. Otherwise, we would have been showing up on street tires.
These guys came in real fast.
Yeah, real fast, because we needed that help. So yeah, I want to thank them for that. The paint on it, Hot Rod Flats Gray, single stage. Most people think it's primer. No, it's actually paint. People will ride by my neighborhoods and go, "Oh, car looks cool, man. Look good, we got paint on it." I'm like, that's it. They're like, oh, okay.
Good job, man.
Yeah, great. We put a glass trunk lid on it, also from Unlimited. Helps save weight on the car. Original, this is barely hanging on there. Kept the bumper on the back, just because.
Just because.
It didn't fall off yet, so we kept it. This car was living underneath the freeway in Riverside for about 17 years on its frame, kind of abandoned project. But kids shot at it, or someone shot at it.
What?
So I kept the bullet hole in there.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I mean, I got the car from a woman. She got an '84. Her and her husband had cars. They enjoyed the hobby. She drove this car to Graceland, took a picture in front of Elvis's house, and in the mid-90s, she took it off the road, and they were gonna freshen up. She was gonna put lowering springs on it, put a Turbo 400 in it, put a Nomad bumper on it. Her husband got sick and passed away, so she kind of just stopped the hobby and left the car exactly how it was when he passed away. So there's no quarter panel on that side, completely gutted, on the frame, and then we found it in the recycler. I kind of given up. I was looking for one, and it got to be so expensive, I just gave up on it. So I was gonna buy an S13. Oh! This popped up in the recycler. I promised her, I'm like, I will get this car back on the road and I'll drive it again. Scotto and I decided in December, I think it was 14th of 2014, we were gonna do Power Tour in 15. So we did that. I said back then, that's 6 months from now. No problem getting this thing ready. Yeah, we did it though, we got it there.
But you did it.
We did it, we got there. I drove the car 200 miles back and forth to work, to here, open headers. It broke down every single day. But I fixed it every day. So So I was super hoping this year my car wouldn't be the problem, and guess what? Hot Rod Magazine did an article about the car. That was kind of the beginning of it.
The life experience of there. Just meeting friends throughout different events, having to struggle the whole time.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. Like, I was so emotional about taking this old car and going across country in it. It was an amazing thing that I've been wanting to do for so long, so that was great.
Let's get into the interior and how you're legal to drive this.
Art Morrison bars, Ed at Mobile Welding Specialist did the install for the cage.
So Art Morrison did all the design.
Yeah, they bent everything was bent, and he was sent to Ed so Ed could just install, make it quicker for him.
And he TIG welded everything.
No, he spent a lot of time on it,
It
dude.
looks really good.
And then our floors aren't that great. They're Flintstone floors, like you can see over there. We'll get to that side. You
I can see it from
daylight.
here. You get the extra feel of the track going by you when you're going pretty fast, so that's cool.
Yeah, so because the floor wasn't in the most solid, Ed went ahead and made these bars to attach my seat to it. Got the Currie in there. I got that from Jose, actually. That was actually one of his drift cars.
It's a tight fit.
It's tight for me. I should probably get a 13-inch wheel. Whatever.
How is it driving with that big monster jug wheel?
I mean, honestly, now the car really doesn't turn that much at all.
You're just holding it straight.
Yeah, I should probably get a smaller wheel.
Yeah.
It looks more like a bus, though. It's cool. The cage is certified by NHRA, and it's good for up to 850 right now.
What are the differences in the time? So if you run faster than 850, then what has to happen to this cage?
More bars.
More bars?
More bars.
I know that. I'm familiar with that.
But right now, I mean, the goal is just to get the car down the track, actually, in a clean pass.
Yeah.
So one other thing I think is super awesome and amazing, and you just can't go out and buy it, is I got this sick-ass Winter Nationals contestant sticker on my... That you actually
stuck
put
it in there.
You put it on there. That means something.
It does, because you were out there with a lot of people.
Yeah, doing things that most people never get to do, so. And I just did notice this trim piece.
That's perfectly fine, John. Does that make you go faster or slower?
I don't know.
Exactly, it's good.
It just looks real.
It's a race car.
There you go.
Your motor made it.
Motor made it.
Let's check it out. Walk us through your headache, your nightmare, everything that has happened, and then also it's gone good now.
Yeah, no, it runs fantastic now. I mean, LS1's got 317 Cathedral Port heads on it. It's got the 2300 Magnuson on it. This is my first modern motor. Maybe 1970 or 1971 is the earliest block I've ever had.
That's crazy.
So like not having carburetor, fuel injection, having computers, this is all new to me. With the Maggie on it, the smallest pulley we could get is a 3.2. Got a heavy duty tensioner on it now because we had a problem with slipping. We were throwing belts Thursday afternoon still on this car.
Saw that. And I saw the alternator was a problem too because it was really flexing a lot.
Hit up Magnuson, they got us the new pulleys and the tensioner. And then actually at the track, Mike and his team actually came out and helped.
Made a bracket real quick for the alternator?
Yeah, it helped get it because it was just flexing too much. So that really helped it out a lot. I mean, if you've been keeping up on Kall Out Kings, this motor was ready to go, and then we had a mechanical issue. Nah, that's all bad. It was a very emotional time.
What is the motor actually punched out to now?
It's 383 cubic inches, which I think is 6'2". I'm a cubic inch guy, and all these liter things, that's just so foreign to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's what it is. But either way, it's 383. It's forged. It breathes a lot. So the heads are massaged. It moves a lot of air. You stand next to the exhaust, it's moving some air. On a Mustang, it made 565 to the wheel. I mean, there's probably more in it.
Yeah, and late at night too.
Yeah, late at night.
It was a quick rush, get everything in, get it done, make sure that all the systems were okay, then slap it on the dyno, figure out your solution.
It ran way better than the Junkyard Dog 400 horsepower motor did.
Which didn't do too bad.
It didn't do too bad. I mean, that motor didn't have enough torque to overpower really the track prep at a national event. Those mufflers the mufflers don't even actually function. They're there for show right now. Yeah. The car's loud. And I got cutouts now for it, so if I do want to do it, these things are amazing.
Did you run the cutouts in the race?
No, just left it, because it doesn't matter. We tried it before, and it's the same amount of noise. I'm really stoked on this motor. Considering how much the displacement is, generally you want more. We're gonna be upgrading the 2300.
In place of?
We're gonna put a 2650 on it.
Okay. What power level do you expect after that?
It can go to 22 pounds. So we can expect
That's a big difference.
Big difference. But I mean, this is a good car for me to start. I mean, let's be honest. I started with a 14-second car, maybe 275 horsepower, that would run 72 miles an hour in a quarter mile. It wasn't ideal. I don't suggest anyone putting together a car 4 days before a race, not really shaking it down, and doing your runs at a national event. But whatever. So.
We've talked about the motor. That thing lasted, but I mean, how to get all the power out there and to the ground.
Haltech came out and wired up the car. It was much props to them for coming out and doing it. I mean, the car wasn't even close to being ready, and they still came out, wired the car.
Which ECU is it?
It's the Elite 2500?
2500?
Yeah.
That's the bad boy.
They're on the East Coast, man. We were calling them. Brandon from Accelerator was calling them like it was late.
It was late here.
Yeah, it was late here, and that dude was up still.
Yeah.
That dude Rick was up still answering questions and helping us out, get it going. So
It's amazing. It's good to have that on tap, just to have people help you out and get to a race. They know what they're going through, what you're going through anyway, and like, all right, can you help me out? I'm sorry.
yeah, no, totally. So they're great guys, and a big shout out to them because they helped us put this thing together. So awesome.
Awesome. We got to talk about the suspension. Probably going to have to get that on the lift.
Yes, we're gonna have to get that on the lift. So yeah, we got back here, we got Rick's tanks,
That is a pretty big cell.
22 gallons.
22 gallons.
Should be able to make it from Norco to Long Beach in one trip now.
Wow. You're actually going to make it to work now.
Currie, with the buffness, the new rear
That
end.
is pretty solid.
Yeah, 35 spline on a spool with 370 gear in it. I decided to paint it just because, why not? And then it's kind of gotten beat up a little bit, but yeah, so.
If you can read this, something went wrong.
Yeah. We got these ladder bars built, and we'll actually have the dudes who came in and put it together as Ron at Performance Carb. He did these, so we'll have him come in here and talk about the handiwork and all the extra stuff they
All
did.
the real stuff that kept this thing going flat.
How's it going? How's it
How
going?
are you?
I'm good.
Doing well. All right, we've made it underneath. Now run us through what we got going on here.
So what we have, we put a set of ladder bars. These are handmade. So we had to use your guys' existing brackets. So we went ahead and made a custom length right here. The old ones were non-adjustable. They were just a regular, like a street rod style ladder bar.
Sure.
Small tube, you know, like 1 inch. These are 1.25 inch chromoly, and they're fully adjustable. You see these bars right here are parallel.
Yeah.
And then we've got chromoly heims in it. That's a solid heim right there, and this is a big chromoly heim with a safety strap on it. We manufactured it with a custom safety strap in case the heim ever breaks. So pretty trick setup. This right
That's
here.
something I've not seen. It's something like
Yeah,
that.
it's something that we
I
did.
wouldn't know.
There was a little bit of a clearance issue and stuff like that, so we wanted to have enough room, so we did it this way.
Oh, gotcha.
So as long as it's on there, it'll hold. And then we set the pinion angle up right. The rear end used to point basically straight up in the air. So
Yeah.
we set it up.
Yeah,
So,
I saw that before.
yeah, so now we're like, I think 1.5 negative, I believe we have in this thing.
Okay.
When you put power, you give your car gas, you put power to the ground, it's gonna just try to lift the car. So it's literally trying to rip this right out of the car
Yeah.
and rip all this stuff loose. And this is how you can control what you have for pinion angle. And then you can change the height, make it more or less aggressive. Right now it's set up pretty aggressively. So
Yeah.
the higher you go, the less aggressive it'll be.
Of course, we want to
So-
win races.
We also did this. We braced all this in here too. You know, we boxed all this in. We did a lot to help it not try to tear the whole of the car out of it. You know?
Yeah.
And they're lightweight too. These are a lot lighter.
Yeah, exactly.
That wouldn't be no good. We also braced in the back here. You know,
See that,
the
yeah.
back mounts.
So it had to
why
be
the
pretty
pin's a
well
little bit
beefed
ma-
up.
Yeah, we had to brace all this up because this would have just started trying to twist itself out
Yeah.
or to just tear it right off. And when you make any kind of real horsepower, you got to put some good solid parts in here.
Yeah. All right, what trans are we in?
So I've got an American Powertrain T56 Magnum, cryo gears, white lightning shifter. So it's super like butter. The gate is so small, it's like first, second. And you have to push it when you do third, you open your palm and push it forward. It'll go right in. If you try and hold it like this, it will not go. It just ergo, like click, goes right into third. It's
That's
amazing.
amazing.
We got this QuickTime belt housing that's, for weight reduction, apparently only has a few bolts in it.
No way.
Yeah.
That's always better.
Yeah.
Take weight out wherever you can.
Yeah, why?
Take it out.
Why not?
And then we have the infamous front end. This front end. Why did this front end do this?
The death wobble was real.
Death wobble. Check this out. You guys
Oh,
can
yeah.
see that?
Significant amount of
So
play.
obviously something let go in here. I mean, that kingpin just doesn't fit anymore, but it fit before. Possibly the steering box, because the steering box, the pitman arm was loose on it, which created the first time. The death wobble first time is what I'm thinking, and it started tearing up the front end. But we're gonna get it all fixed. I mean, it's nothing that can't be fixed.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
fix it, we'll make it right, and this car's gonna go straight down the track, no problem.
Hey, how did that feel?
Well, at 100 miles an hour, I could feel it just in the left front.
Yeah.
So it was like this. I'm like, okay, I can live with this for a second. And then we got the shutdown at 120. It was the whole front end. So,
Ugh.
I mean, you'll see it in the final episode of Kall Out Kings season 1. You'll see it. It's wild. That's all I got to say.
You have to go through it once or twice with a gas or a hot rod. You know how it is,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, there's no
Okay,
shakedown.
I've done it twice now. I'm good.
Twice, we're good. That's enough. All right, we'll call it right there. We're gonna
Yeah.
fix it right now.
There was no shakedown, so this was
yeah.
the shakedown.
That was my shakedown test
Yeah.
passes was at Winter Nationals. I know. Everyone's gonna
Literally.
say it. But we had to do it. We said we were going to do it, and I still kept my word by losing my beard.
This car literally never even got driven down the street, right?
Nah.
Not even down the street.
Nah.
Kept your word.
Kept my word.
Didn't keep your beard.
Didn't keep my beard though. Yeah, that wasn't like that when we picked
Hold
the
on.
car up.
Oh my God.
Those kingpins are trash.
Dude, that's like, what?
Serious play.
That's over a quarter of an inch right there.
Yeah,
flopping
for
back
sure.
and forth.
Each side.
Think we found it, but it
Yeah.
wasn't like that before, man. But they just gave loose. They're done.
Sick.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
glad they're
crazy.
done. You're not done.
Yeah, exactly. Meisters, can you imagine Meisters on this thing?
I could actually.
Oh, dude, you want to see the internet really explode?
No, I don't. I don't want to see it.